Ryan Reynolds is more than just a guy that made like the coolest superhero movie ever, Deadpool, where he tells a bunch of wiener jokes and has mashed potatoes eaten out of his butthole. Seriously, that happened in the movie. A little bit disturbing. But he is really good at entrepreneurship. And the things that I have learned from him has helped me make over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K. And since Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out, I thought this would be a great time for me to share with you what I have learned from Ryan Reynolds. Look, I'm being serious when I say that I've learned a lot from Ryan Reynolds that has really helped me in my business. It's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down because I'm kind of in a rush because I'm headed to go and watch Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you're probably just going to stay focused on the wrong things because this stuff is really simple once you understand it, and it makes so much money. But most people, they think that Ryan Reynolds makes his money from movies, and that's not the case at all. Well, I'm not going to say he doesn't make his money from movies, but that's not where he makes the majority of his money. That is not the brunt of his wealth, because most people don't know Ryan Reynolds, he's basically a billionaire. Ryan Reynolds, he has a digital marketing company called Maximum Effort. And this is the foundation for everything that he does and how he's generated billions of dollars. I did not make a mistake when I said billions, not millions, billions with a B. Maximum Effort is a digital marketing company, and what Ryan Reynolds has implemented with Maximum Effort is something that he has called Fast-Vertising. And this is key, Fast-Vertising. All Fast-Vertising is basically fast advertising. So Ryan Reynolds, he says that with any business that he owns or any business that he is associated with, his digital marketing company has to implement Fast-Vertising. So if anything goes viral, if there's a key moment in popular culture, they have a 48-hour window to make an ad promoting his business. And this is the key to everything. Just with Ryan Reynolds utilizing Fast-Vertising, he took a company called Mint Mobile and he sold it to T-Mobile for $1.35 billion, billion with a B. He sold Aviation Gin liquor. He sold Aviation Gin for $610 million by utilizing this Fast-Vertising method. He even went and bought a soccer team for like $2 million, instantly raised the value to $4.5 million just with one documentary by utilizing Fast-Vertising. So how can we use this for ourselves? How can we utilize this Fast-Vertising method? You have to understand that all of this comes down to simple leverage. And this is what Ryan Reynolds is like a master of utilizing leverage. Since the beginning of mankind, wealth has always been created from leverage, but most people, they don't know how to properly use leverage. But there's only 4 types of leverage that you can use. And the 4 levels of leverage are this. You have labor, you have capital, you have code, and then here at the top, you have media. That's it, labor, capital, code, and media. So way back in the day, wealth was accumulated, or wealth was generated by leveraging labor. So think way back in the day, you got the kings, you got the queens, you got people that had indentured servants or slaves and stuff of that nature. The only way that you could generate wealth way back in the day was only by leveraging labor. Then you had the wave where wealth was generated by leveraging capital. This is where way back in the day where somebody like a John D. Rockefeller could accumulate his wealth by leveraging capital, all the way up until the Warren Buffetts and whatnot that could accumulate their wealth by leveraging capital. But the thing about these 2 first levels of leverage is that you have to ask permission, right? Back in the day, with labor, you may not have had to ask permission back in king, queen times, back in indentured servitude times. But today, Currently, in order to leverage labor, somebody has to give you permission to utilize their human labor or their human capital. Somebody has to give you permission to lend you some capital, whether it be a banking institution, whether it be a private lender or whatnot. But in today's time, where people are accumulating their wealth and where people are getting rich, is by utilizing code and media. And code, this is where the people like the Mark Zuckerbergs get rich, right? But media, this is the newest and most easiest and most scalable way for you to generate some wealth for yourself. And this is what Ryan Reynolds leverages. And this is what I leverage. And this is what I learned from Ryan Reynolds about how to leverage this. So how does he leverage media? And I know you may be thinking, oh, Ryan Reynolds, he's a big, famous, popular movie star. Of course he can leverage some media. He has Deadpool, which is probably gonna be like the #1 movie in the world. I don't have that. No, you don't. But you and I both have access to the same exact thing that has helped Ryan Reynolds generate all of his wealth and these billions of dollars. And the media that Ryan Reynolds leverages is YouTube. This thing that you're on right now, this is where Ryan Reynolds has really changed the game. He leverages YouTube. So what Ryan Reynolds does is that he leverages media, and then he attaches a product to the media. And this is the new way of leverage. If you can leverage media with a product, I'm telling you, you can do great and amazing things. Sky's the limit. Like, sky's not even the limit. Sky's just the view. So this is what I learned from Ryan Reynolds. I took a real deep dive on Ryan Reynolds. That's what she said. So if you go and you look at Ryan Reynolds' YouTube channel, it's simply nothing but ads for his business. And he gets a ton of views on these. And this is where he brought up the value of Mint Mobile. This is where he brought up the value of Aviation Gin. This is where he brought up the value of that soccer team. I believe it's called Wrexham that he bought. This is where he brought up the value of Deadpool. Because believe it or not, as popular of a movie that Deadpool is today, Marvel Studios didn't let him make that movie. Like, he tried to get Deadpool made for like 11 or 12 years straight. I don't know if you're into the comic book movies like I am. I even have on an X-Men t-shirt right here. Wolverine on the front, got Beast right here, and Rogue, and Jubilee down here in the corner, and Cyclops, and I'll be forgetting her name. But even on one of those X-Men movies, I think it was the Wolverine movie, X-Men Origins Wolverine, they even had Deadpool in there, but it was terrible. Like, his mouth was sewed shut. He had swords shooting out of his hands. He could shoot lasers out of his eyeballs. It was really nasty. And Ryan Reynolds even told Marvel Studios that, or Fox, I believe at the time owned it. He told the studio, like, yo, the fans are gonna hate this. The fans are gonna hate this. This ain't Deadpool. They didn't listen to him. But he leveraged his YouTube once they finally gave him the green light, but they didn't give him any budget, and they just kept on slowing things down. He wanted progression. He leaked some footage to his YouTube. And once the studio saw all of the hoopla and all of the comments and all of the love and how everybody was like, oh my gosh, this Deadpool movie is coming, they finally gave him some of the money to fund it. But here's the thing. Not only does he leverage his media attached with a product, he's also very transparent. I don't even know if I'm spelling this right. Transparent, it looks right. He's also very transparent in his content on his media. So for Mint Mobile, as an example, which remember I said he sold Mint Mobile to T-Mobile for like $1.35 billion. He's very transparent about how they don't have that much money from marketing of the project. So the customers that buy into Mint Mobile, because it is a cell phone provider that is helping people that may not have that much money for cell phone services, he tells them that they are passing along the savings that they're using in marketing. They're using that money to give value to the customer. They're very transparent in this, in their media of advertising Mint Mobile. So what a lot of people are doing with their content is that they're not really being transparent and they're not being honest with people. Even did the same thing with Deadpool. Marvel Studios on the first Deadpool, they only gave them about $50 million to produce the movie. Now that may sound like a lot of money to you and I, but most of these comic book movies, they're giving budgets of like $250+ million to make these movies. Deadpool only got $50 million to make like a cult classic thing that people love, that people are like going to be rushing to the movie theaters for this weekend to watch. When people don't really even go to the movies anymore, like they're probably gonna smash box office records with it. But he was set up for failure at the beginning by only having $50 million to produce the movie, where most superhero movies get over $200 million to do it. So what did he do? He leveraged his media of his YouTube. And if you believe me that I'm lying, after this video, just go and watch some of his videos on his YouTube channel, and you'll see that it's nothing but just ads, and he gets a ton, like a shit ton of views every single month just off of commercials. And people go to his channel, including me, just to look at the commercials. But I'm not looking at the commercials to be a consumer. I'm really just go and look at the commercials to learn from what it is that he's actually doing. I look at all the stuff that he's doing and I see how I can apply it to myself. But think about this, you have free access to multiple channels of media that you can leverage right now. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your social media? What are you doing with your YouTube? If you're on YouTube right now, are you always constantly consuming or are you producing? I produce more than I consume. And here's the thing, you don't have to have a lot of followers. You don't have to have a lot of subscribers. You don't have to be a big movie star like Ryan Reynolds in order to leverage the media that you do currently have access to. So if you want to leverage your YouTube like Ryan Reynolds does, all it starts with is having an avatar, building out an avatar profile. This is going to be your target customer that you want to reach. Then you only produce content for your one avatar. Once you produce this content for your avatar, then the algorithms will start to categorize you and your content. This is where most people mess up. They're trying to talk to any and everybody instead of just only talking to their one avatar. So the way that these platforms are designed, social media, YouTube, they're all designed the same, is that they only want to put content that people want to watch to keep the people on the actual platforms. So if you focus on making content for your one avatar, then the algorithms will know who to place your content in front of. So people be like, oh, the algorithms, they hate me. Oh, I can't get any views. I can't get any traction. Oh, I can't get any traffic. Oh, the algorithm. No, it's you. Because you're not making stuff for a particular person to let the algorithm know who to place you in front of. But then, once the algorithms categorize you, they start to use their organic traffic sources to put you in front of more people that fit your avatar's profile. You leverage media with a product. That's how you get numbers coming in online in your business, like all them that you see on the screen right now. So if you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know with a digital product, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join the Credit at the Top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But I'm telling you, look, I've learned a lot from Ryan Reynolds. And I learned a lot from just different people that I study. But Ryan Reynolds, he's one of my favorite entrepreneurs, and he's somebody that I really do take time to study. And since I'm about to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine, I just feel like this was a great time to share some of the games and some of the lessons that I've learned from him about just how to utilize leverage with a product that's helped me make 7 figures in my business. I figured it can help you too. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here on how you can create a digital product in one day and make a bare minimum of $100,000 with it. Now I'm about to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine. It's crowded at the top.